Now, I'm no expert, but something tells me that downspout might be plugged over there.
Buckle up for safety, as I give you a day in the life of online. No, not online. I'm actually there. Facilities maintenance.
Well, we've had a bit of rain lately, so suffice it to say, I thought it was as good a time as any to head over to the shop and check out those roof vents to see how well they're holding up. And judging by the water I'm seeing on the floor, which looks like it's coming out of the wall, something up there is leaking. On the positive side, it's not raining from the underside of the roof anymore, which means that for the time being anyway, all those screws that I had to tighten down and seal are holding up. And this is the middle vent that you're looking at there, and it is sealed, so no water has come through there yet. But if you look way down there, we are seeing some water coming through that seam. And I bet you that is traveling over from there. But it'll have to wait until it's not raining, or at least I'm going to wait until it's not raining before I deal with that. So in the meantime, let's clean the leaves out of this downspout so the gutter can flow properly again. That is our leaking culprit right there. And amazingly enough, these three are not leaking. At least not yet, anyway. Let's get the leaves out of here so this thing can actually flow. It's amazing how much water a roof captures. But this gutter will drain empty as soon as I clear the leaves out of here. Now, if you're wondering why the gutter guard is missing in this location, I actually had to remove it because so much water comes down at this point that it was not going through the gutter guard. Even though the gutter guard was clean, it was splashing over the top, landing down on the concrete and entering the building under the door you see on the bottom left of the screen. And we couldn't have that, so I just opened up the gutter guard in this location so that the water that flows off the roof in this location actually goes down the downspout. Unless, of course, it gets plugged up with leaves. Alright, that's much better. Let's hope for no rain tomorrow so I can put that boot on that vent. So I've caught a bit of a break in the weather here. It was pouring yesterday. Today it's just cloudy. And so I'm going to put this boot on here. Now these boots come in square and round configurations. And these vents are kind of a bit of both. They're not perfectly round, but they're not square either. They're kind of in between, so I hope this works. At the end of the day, I had to go with what was available and I was able to get. However, this is the proper type of boot that one would use in this type of application. So I am going to be installing this here over this currently leaking roof vent. I thought this Eterna-Bond would be a neat experiment, something to try at the time, but as you can see, it was not holding up. It's actually torn here. Too much tension on that, and it's pulled away. So the water that was getting in behind here was making its way inside the building. This stuff would probably be easier to cut with something other than this carpet knife or X-Acto knife that I have right now. It's pretty thick rubber. Snips would actually probably work better. Now I could continue doing this with what I have here, or I could climb down off the roof, go back up to my office and grab a pair of snips. I'm going to continue. Okay, two things. One, I'm glad I did not cut this zipper first because I don't need to. I was able to slip it over the top. And two, I'm also glad I didn't go bigger than I did. This is the correct size to install this, and that's a good fit over there. And you can see what I mean by the fact that this is like not round, but it's not square either. So, continuing. Two things here. This stuff is very flexible, so it's easy to conform around the profile of the roof, which is great. However, this Eternabond tape is here. At this point, I wish it wasn't. I tried cutting some of it and pulling it up, and I gotta tell you, once it's stuck down, it is stuck down, and it would take me hours to get this off. And those are hours that I don't have, nor am I willing to spend. So I am going to seal and screw this down, despite the fact that the Eternabond tape is there. It's fused to the metal, so it will not interfere with the installation. It just doesn't look as nice. So what I've done is I fit it over here and profiled it as it needs to, and then I'm going to take it back off and I'm going to put sealant around all underneath here and then put this back in place. And the sealant I'm using is this stuff. You've seen it before on a different roofing project. It's a metal roof Weathermaster sealant made by Titebond.
It is the pro's advantage.
Adheres to all metal, will not crack, works in extreme temperatures. Well, today's not an extreme temperature, but it is a temperature. Be fairly generous with the amount that I put down, because once I screw this down, it needs to make a perfect seal all the way around. Okay, it's down. I did not make a mess of the sealant, so now I'm going to start putting fasteners in. I'll start at the middle and I will work my way out to the edges. That way I ensure a good seal in the profile here. Okay, this is down. It is sealed. It is screwed down. There's no way water is getting past here anymore. I've run a bit of sealant around there, and now to just attach the top of this, it's just a big zip tie. There really isn't anything else other than maybe a mechanical band clamp, like a hose clamp type of a thing. This is what ships with the product, so this is what I will use. But that should do a very nice job of protecting this vent from any water intrusion. So at this point, I'm happy with it. Had I had to cut this, then I would hold it together with this, well, it looks like a zipper spine combination. It would slip over there, you pinch it tight with pliers, and that is how that gets held together. But I didn't have to use it, so in the bucket it goes. And the zip tie, now that it's on there, is doing the function of compressing the top to the actual vent itself. And I ran some heavy sealant around there as an extra precaution, not just to seal up any tiny small little gaps, but I put enough on there so as to prevent that zip tie from potentially slipping up and off. Once this is cured, that'll help hold the zip tie in place. And here we go. Here comes the rain. See the water drops forming on the top. So we're done. This is installed. It will prevent any water from getting in there now. That'll eliminate the roof leak at this spot. This one is done. This one is sealed, and that will take care of all the active water leaks that we have currently in the shop. These other ones, they do need to be done, but I'm not going to do them in the rain. They're actually not actively leaking, so I have a little bit of a reprieve. Having said that, I do have proper boots like this for these. So to all of you who have watched the previous video and said that I need to have a proper boot around here, and to whom I have responded with saying, I have it, I just haven't installed it yet. There it is. It's in, it's installed, and we can all rest easy now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the comments and interaction, And I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Until next time, see you later.